happy. We are pissed. Students are pissed. Students want justice.
I'm actually on the verge of transferring schools because I can't afford to stay here because the grant was taken away from me.
A Georgia man now posting about his luxurious lifestyle, now accused of mishandling money meant to help a lot of kids in need pay for college. Now, it happened at Howard University in Washington, D.C., and 6 employees now have been fired.
And tonight, the university is saying it's going to do everything it can to get the money back. And that effort could lead them right back here to Atlanta. So here's how the scam worked. People working for Howard University were getting tuition benefits to cover the cost of taking classes. They were also receiving grant money. Those funds combined were more than the cost of going to school there. They are accused of keeping the extra money for themselves. The whistleblower said people who worked in the financial aid office stole almost $1 million.
And the double.
Oh, I'm sick as shit. I know what I need.
We just gonna rock with it.
Welcome back to another episode of the Ignorant Noodle. We gonna have to drop this shit. Damn, how we gonna drop both of these? Cause hey, we dropping this one tomorrow. It's your boy Dre.
It's your boy. You call him whatever you want, aka the Husky Homewrecker.
Nigga, don't keep on with this bullshit. Bro, we completely forgot to talk about what's this nigga?
The nigga Tyrone.
Yeah, Tyrone from
Howard.
Yeah,
I don't know
bro.
what the last name is, bro.
We gotta talk about this, man.
Bruh, how the fuck do you scam niggas out of $500,000, bruh?
Bro, they said he was bragging about it though. That's what gets me. They said that for the past couple years, this nigga's been flexing, traveling, the newest designer, all that, and they said nobody questioned whether this nigga was getting money from.
Had a $2,600 coat, bro. The nigga did a photo shoot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
A photo shoot with that motherfucking coat on, bro. But it leads me to believe this, bro. If you go to the University of Howard, he wasn't the only nigga stealing your money, bro. Can't one nigga just steal $500,000? The whole motherfucking student loan department was all on this, bro.
Hey, they just started protesting, and you know, when niggas protest, niggas gonna be niggas regardless.
Yeah.
And now they trying to diminish these protests because these niggas swag surfing. What's wrong with that? So we gonna act like hippies wasn't kumbaya, my lord, in the middle of the street?
First of all, protesting 9 times out of 10 never ever get you what you want, but
Tell that to Martin Luther King, motherfucker.
And where did they get him?
Well, shit, nigga.
what is MLK doing nowadays?
What we saying? We saying can't nobody get shot in the school? Cause we've seen this country.
Bro, speaking of which, did you? Apparently now they want It was a nigga when that Parkland school shooting shit went on. A nigga who was I think they armed him with like a 9mm, like a handgun or some shit, bro. And the nigga who was shooting the school up had an AK or some type of automatic weapon. And the nigga who was armed didn't do shit about it. And I was like, bro, I wasn't gonna do shit. What are you talking about? If that nigga got an automatic and I got a handgun, what the fuck I'm running up?
Nah, bro. You heard about the officer that pretty much shut down the bullshit and made everybody else look bad?
Yeah, I saw that, bro.
Cause this nigga actually went in there and dropped the killer. It's not every other police has no excuse. Like he did it.
Okay, that's fine.
Not everybody built the same.
Bro, so after that shit happened though, the Parkland shooting shit happened, like they were talking about arming teachers or whatever, which was the worst possible idea ever. Like literally, I think 2 weeks after that shit, a teacher he was planning on killing himself, and he had his own he had his own gun, and I think the shit went off, but he didn't kill himself. And I was just like, bro, this shit about to happen so much more.
Hold on, bro. You heard about that shit? I thought you was about to say the one where the teacher was teaching the gun safety class, and his gun accidentally went off, and it injured one of the students.
Bruh.
And they said this nigga was a reserve cop, like a cop reserve, like, you know, pretty much if they need extra help, they can call him, for the past like 10, 15 years. So he's trained. They said this man's been handling guns all this time. And while teaching a gun safety class, he set off a bullet and it hit the ceiling, and something fell and hit one of the kids.
Army teachers is gonna be the worst shit ever. Like that is a terrible idea.
Oh man. Oh, but let's get back to that nigga Tyrone, bro.
Bruh, but what I'm saying is, bruh, first of all, it was another nigga, before the Tyrone shit even came out, it was another nigga from Howard University that came out and was stealing, I think, $1.7 million from Howard students. And I was just like, bruh, what the fuck y'all niggas got going on, bruh?
But I got a homegirl at Howard, bruh, and the way she be tweeting, Howard is trash. Like, they say Howard be falling apart, and the worst part is the alumni be arguing with him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they be like, yo, this is terrible. These are inhumane conditions. We need to fix this. And somebody that graduated from Howard 20 years ago talking about, well, back when I went there,
we never went to the press. We never did all this. And I was just like, oh, so y'all niggas was okay with living like this?
I'm telling you. See, these are the same niggas that, while people were trying to escape slavery, oh, I've been a slave for 15 sun cycles and I ain't never had this issue. So we just gonna embrace the suck? That's what we're doing?
Nah.
Y'all niggas trash.
I mean,
I'm gonna get my complaints off.
I mean, you can get your complaints off, but 9 out of 10, protesting don't work.
Protesting do work when it's done right. But if you out here protesting like Zoe Johnson, then you ain't gonna get nothing done.
Who?
Oh damn! Zoe moved to the who?
What show?
Grownish.
It's gonna be
Zoe Johnson from Blackish was way better than Zoe Johnson from Grownish, but
bruh, Grownish as a show. You know, I've seen people say, I'm guilty of doing this myself, that Grownish is the new A Different World. But A Different World was tackling some tough shit.
Yeah, it's all about Zoe and her boyfriends. And her drug-dealing Indian friend.
But I mean, they ain't tackling shit on there. Outside of dating outside of your race, you ain't talking about shit on there.
If you think about it, and go back and like watch old episodes of Blackish, Zoe never had that many lines.
Why is that?
Junior, Diane, and Jack all have way more lines. Like they have more lines in one episode than Zoe would have in like 3.
What are you saying?
Zoe is only on screen in Blackish for her to be the standard of why Junior sucks.
If we're being honest, bro, Grownish should not be a show, and or Zoe should not have gotten her own show, and they should have given it to Junior.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's it. The only time Zoe was actually on the show or talking about something was when Andre was saying, Junior, why can't you be more like Zoe? She's great. But they never really gave her much of character, and I think that was the point of Grownish. Like, hey, let's give her something, but at that point, like, she's nobody.
Not talking about shit. She like outside of trying to balance 3 niggas, like she ain't doing shit.
And she ain't even doing much with them 3 niggas.
But then
she really just be hanging out with all of them, acting like it's a love triangle.
Nah, she fucked the nigga that was gonna go to that was gonna go to NBA.
Oh yeah, Cash.
Yeah, she fucked him. But what I'm saying is, if they ain't gonna do shit with her character, they ain't doing shit with none of the other characters. They all bullshit.
Cause real shit, Diane and Jack would have a much better spinoff. They actually had a show about what they do in school. Diane? I don't know, bro. Now, if they take Junior and they take him to Grownish, and they make Zoe drop out and move back home,
or check this out. They just take Zoe off. They just take her off, and they build a show around the rest of them. Actually, maybe not even the rest of them.
So we're going to full A Different World?
Oh, full. But
Aaron gonna end up with one of the twins?
Yes, bro. The one who's not dating Diggy. But they didn't just tackle more shit on this show, bro. Like, I think the hardest hitting shit was when
Safe Space.
Exactly, that was the hardest hitting.
No, I think the drug dealer one.
Isn't that how all drug dealing stories end up though? Like
yeah, it really wasn't much to it.
Like, how are you a drug dealer and you don't have a gun? Like they beat your ass for your own drugs. Like that's literally how you just chill. You know, some niggas find out you dealing drugs. You know, you rise to a.
But I feel like it wasn't much of conflict. The whole episode was him not giving a fuck, and nobody threatening him, none of that. And then at the very end, it was like, oh, he got jumped. Like, he didn't learn. He got jumped. His parents saw. Zoe covered for him. That's it. Like, it was never really like the beginning of the episode. Like, these niggas like, hey, we about to fuck you up if you don't start, doing.
Me and Key, they were trying to glorify selling drugs, but.
And then at the end saying, oh, you might get your ass kicked every now and then.
Exactly.
Oh, they're gonna break your arm.
But yeah, Grown-Ups is a terrible show.
Like,
and then
like that nigga Dwayne ain't end up in jail for being racially profiled and stereotyped.
Where that content at on Grown-Ups?
My family built this country, man. But every time you look at me, all you see is just another nigga.
Bro, that was that's top five. That's top 5 episode of all
And
time.
the people that was saying that he don't belong in this country were descendants of immigrants.
Bro, so I'm glad we say this, bro. But why the fuck did Roseanne come back?
As a Trump supporting family.
I didn't watch the new shit, but
I didn't watch it, but that was the premise of the show. They're bringing it back because she's a Trump supporting family. And they said, why would we do that to Roseanne? Because they said, because she has a low income household, so of course she would be a Trump supporter. So I mean, at the same time they're making her a Trump supporter, they're really doing some social commentary. But guess what? People watching the show are just gonna go, damn, Roseanne's good. She's Trump.
But in the last episode of Roseanne, the husband died. Like, I'm confused.
John Goodman died?
Yeah, he died in the last episode.
I thought he came back for the new show.
I mean, that's exactly how they pictured this shit. The intro to the shit was the nigga had a breathing mask on and Roseanne said, "Oh, I thought you died," and then it just went to the story, and I was just like, why the fuck did y'all bring this back?
Hold on, bro. Hold up. This show went off air, and 20 years later, everybody looks older, like visibly older, and they're just gonna say, "Oh, I thought you died," and keep it moving.
And this is why I say TV is dying.
They had a team of 50 writers, and that's how.
This is why TV is dying, bro.
Hey, if you produce for a show, if you an actor on the show, bro, we write.
Like we write, bro. Like we can tailor our shit to your audience. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, we
there was absolutely no reason for that shit to come back.
Like, hey, we got stories too. If y'all just trying to make fun of some shit, like, I thought she died. Somebody got paid $100,000 a year to write that shit. Some intern that brought in coffee for that line gets paid like $36,000 a year just to bring in coffee.
Cap. Nigga getting 36, bro. But that's neither here nor there. But back to this Tyrone shit, bro. Bro, like the whole accountant office was in on this, bro. Like if you scamming,
everybody involved, bro.
If you scamming niggas $500,000, bro, the nigga who taking $2K a semester, he can't even be like, bro, chill.
And the worst part is, there's some RA at the school talking about, hey, your homeboy can't be living in the dorms with you. But this nigga out here robbing the school $500,000.
Nigga in Cuba with his toes out, bro. Come on, bro.
Call her up, see how the protest's going.
They still protesting, bro?
Yeah, she should still be in the building. She said she brought her air mattress in there.
Hello?
Ashlee.
Yeah.
You are now on air at the Ignorant Noodle. We just wanted to get your commentary on what's going on at Howard. You are a student there, correct?
Correct.
Alright, what's going on?
So overall, like past few years, people have been like growingly angry with the administration and just like how in general. Like last year when I stayed on campus, they closed showers, fire alarm systems didn't really work. There was like mice infestation in the dorms. Mold, like it's just a big thing. With that and financial aid, like people never, like so many people have like had to leave school because financial aid didn't come through or turn in their verification papers 3 times in a semester and it still never officially go through. Like it's just ridiculous. And after the article came out, like I went to the exact reason why we're protesting. Like it's not exactly at Tyrone, but it is like the last straw.
So we were just talking about Tyrone. So, okay. So, what you're saying is, right now, everybody obviously knows about Howard because of the Tyrone shit. But,
Right.
you said last year, you was cold showers, mice, motherfuckers had to turn in paperwork 3 times, still wasn't going through.
Bruh, she said some shit about like the fire extinguisher or the fire.
Yeah, the fire systems didn't work.
Bruh, what the fuck?
The fire alarm was like just in like at my door. The fire alarm went off like 4 times in one day, like with no actual reason.
And that's funny because didn't one of y'all kitchens burn down? Like one of y'all defects or something? Like the cafe or something?
Yeah. So like in the past like 3-4 years, Meridian, which was a dorm that was like kind of located off campus, was still a dorm. It burned down, and instead of rebuilding it for students, they sold it to developers. Carver and Slow, which are also dorms that are kind of situated off campus, were closed altogether. Quad, which is like a freshman girls dorm, but Quad isn't just one building; it's like 5 buildings, and they all have one name. Quad. They're closing that next year for renovations apparently, which doesn't make sense to me because you don't have enough housing for people now. How are you gonna have enough housing for everybody next year?
So you said the quad is 5 buildings.
The Quad is 5 buildings.
And they about to shut all of them down?
Because it's short for quadrangle. Yeah. So it's like 5 separate buildings. Like
That's still stupid that they call it quad and it's 5, but yeah.
Boy, niggas about to have 2 roommates and 3-bedroom.
It's 4-sided. It's like 1 building in the front and then 2 in the back and then 2 on the side. 1 on each side. So it's a square.
Either way, Howard is trash.
Yeah.
What's the teachers like? Is at least do you feel like the education is somewhat worth it?
I mean, I feel like I'm getting a good education. Certain areas always could be better. Like with the math teachers, a lot of them are foreign and don't really seem to care when people are struggling. My science teacher, my first one, he resigned in the first. After like 2 days of the semester, he resigned and we got some other guy who doesn't really know what he's doing either.
Ashlee, what brought you to Howard? What made you want to go to Howard?
So like I only applied to ACT when I graduated, senior year high school. So I knew I was going to be going to ACT regardless, but I also wanted to get away from home. Without going like super far, it's only 8 hours away. Not too bad. And then my major is political science, where it's better place to do politics than DC.
Oh yeah, Howard is in DC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shit, bro, Howard trash, bro.
As hell.
Damn. I mean, I knew it was bad, but shit. Actually, if you could say anything to your school other than before I get into that, what's going on with the sit-in? Because I know you've been participating in it. What's that like? Because everybody's making jokes about the swag surfing and everybody's saying that it's pretty much just black people having a party. But what do you think? Like you're on the inside. What is actually going on in there?
So officially, we didn't take over the building until the end of business Thursday at 5 o'clock when they left and weren't going to be allowed back in. I would say like the flag surfing was more. That was like the first day that it was warm outside. In like the past couple weeks, there was a kind of a party outside the building, and then it was just like, okay, let's go inside the building. Then it was, we're not leaving. Like we're taking this over to ours now. So I finished it was like Thursday at 3:30. The first night I slept on the floor. I have an air mattress that I brought from home. Then I had to work yesterday, and I have to work again today at 4. So I'm gonna be here around 2, and then I'm gonna leave and change for work, and then come back after work.
Ashlee, how do you feel about older Howard alumni just bashing y'all for how y'all are going about this?
I don't necessarily people aren't really bashing out the sit-in, because this is the first time there's been sit-ins in the A building. We're just the latest in the legacy of sit-in.
Mm-hmm.
People were more bashing her, I would say, when the housing thing, before spring break, when the waiting list had 400 people on it for some error allegedly, they were saying that they have a right to be mad, which of course they do. But now that like we're actually here and it's happening, we've gotten a lot of support. Like different alumni come and dropped off like cases of water, just walking around like giving their opinion of like how it was stated again back in their day, and like I really don't like people were focusing on the flag searching and whatnot. It's not what we're actually here for, what's actually been going on. And it's like I really don't even care what they have to do because you're getting out of management. Like I just like sent an email this morning. We wanted the housing deadline to be pushed back to May 1st and for first and second year guaranteed housing on campus, and it happened. Yeah.
So Ashley, what is the end goal that you guys want from this?
Oh, shit, it sounds like a better overall damn administration.
Basically, this shit trash.
Our last two goals, the last two goals of what we want to happen before we leave, which is the resignation of the president, Wayne Frederick, and the board of trustees, as well as democratization of the campus, which basically we don't want administration to be over with us without us having a say of what happens with the direction of the school. If they're going to sell like a property Howard has for money from developers, like we should have to say that we're the ones that don't have a place to stay when you sell things off. So those are our biggest two demands. Like we're not leaving until we get those. The rest are like with the housing, and then we have some like Title IX stuff with the addition of a one credit class about like sexual consent and rape, and just like so because the efforts that the school has done towards that aren't enough. And in 1968, when those students took over the A building, it was for Afro-American, like adding that to the curriculum, and now it's required for everyone to take at least one Afro-American class, and it's an entire like course slowed down. So I don't think adding that one credit course would be too far. Like it's definitely doable.
You got anything else?
I thought you had something to say.
Nah. What was I about to say? I don't know. All right. I think that's all I got. All right, Ashley, thank you.
All right. Peace out.
Deuce.
Bruh, that shit sad as hell.
Bruh. Y'all heard it, man. This going out tomorrow.
Yeah, this one gotta go out tomorrow.
I was like, yeah, okay. No. If y'all did hear, I'm gonna try my best to get the audio so y'all can hear everything she's saying. If not, I'm gonna just type out subtitles. Fuck. But what she said was, out of all the issues that's been going on with Howard and all this stuff y'all seen in the media, Tyrone is the least of they fucking problems. That's what she said. The motherfucker stealing money ain't have shit to do with why they pissed off. This is one of them.
It's one.
Yeah, but she said this ain't it.
She talking about how the housing trash. They selling off property for Howard, but they selling off dorms for Howard, which means that they gonna start cramming niggas in there. The fire shit, the fire safety shit don't work.
She said the fire alarm system went off 4 times in a day with no fire. Well, at the same time, one of their cafes burned down.
Bruh, motherfucking bruh. They about they want the president fired, bro.
Yeah.
Like this.
And if you didn't hear it, she said that's one of the things that we're not leaving until we get this.
They want, bro. I'm really like.
This is what grownish need to be talking about.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. You know, niggas is fed up, bro. Like, I seen this happen at HBCUs, and I seen motherfucking the food containments in the place ain't where they need to be. And I'm just like,
this the issue, y'all. Like, everybody love making jokes about, people going to PWIs and all this, but
at the end of the day, bruh,
if you ain't nobody signed up for an HBCU if this is what you gonna get, bruh.
It's not even that, bruh. The PWI versus the HBCU, that shit, all that shit.
Yeah,
stop.
they don't.
We need to come together and talk about some shit that's affecting all of us, bruh.
These shitty fucking college administration,
exactly, bro.
That's one of the reasons I dropped out. My college was supposed to be free, and they said if we can't fix the problem, we'll call you and let you know. I was in school for 6 months before they called And when I was trying to go up there, they were just like, oh yeah, you gotta pay. And I was just like, nah, my college is supposed to be free. You know, my mom's, veteran. And they was like, oh no, that never went through. Why didn't nobody call me? And they was like, well, why didn't you come check? Like, this shit happens all the time.
Bruh, I feel like we as college students, we need to be we need to keep our administration in check.
Boy, they wildin'.
As fuck, bruh. And y'all weren't, this Tyrone shit is one issue.
What the Tyrone shit, I feel like, is a big statement of how bad it is that they did. They're doing so much fraudulent shit with money and so much fucked up shit that a nigga was robbing them and they didn't catch it.
Bro, when you worried about why the fuck your fire system ain't working, why the fuck the food in the cafeteria trash, and niggas are stealing money, like, bro, we might just take a step back, like.
Bro, she said mice. She said cold showers. The housing's shitty. They're selling off the housing. They said so many people left because their paperwork wasn't going through after submitting it multiple times. She said, president ain't shit. She said the teachers don't give a fuck. She said the teachers I'm not going to put it on her. She said they were foreign, but I'm not going to put this shit on that. But she said that they would notice people was falling behind and just didn't care. Like,
Bruh, like, 9 times out of 10, like, actually, motherfucking 8 times out of 10, niggas gotta pay for their own, education.
Yeah.
And this is what we getting.
And a lot of times, motherfuckers have to teach themselves because they pay for these books and these teachers ain't talking to them. So they gotta read through these books, do everything themselves. Now why am I paying this nigga when I had to teach myself all this shit at 2 in the morning? Cause I still got a fucking job.
Bruh, I just feel like, I'm gonna say this, bro. I feel like third level education isn't worth it, bro.
It's not.
It's not worth it.
It's fucking not.
It's really not.
And notice she said she's in DC. She's at Howard University. She said when I stayed on campus last year, pretty much the housing situation is so bad that I think she's like 19, just turned 20, something like that. But she's in DC trying to afford DC prices.
And bro, that shit is terrible.
Like, okay, I don't tell y'all much about my job, but I've been offered $70,000, $80,000 jobs out there. And I feel like I can't afford DC housing.
Bruh,
what is this college girls gonna do?
Bruh, they just did a study about DC, like the DMV area.
Yeah.
It was like, you gotta work a 17, you gotta get a job where $17.75 is like the most minimum wage just to survive. And that shit's like
just to survive.
Just to survive. like no, you're not having fun.
I'm guessing not even $17.75 to survive. I'm guessing it's just. I think they're just accounting for bills. Yeah, I don't think they're accounting for transportation or food.
Bro, I did the math, and that shit was like $26K after taxes.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, rent is $1,500 out there. Like you can't get shit out there.
Yeah,
like you can't get shit out there for real, bro.
Hey man, okay, so
like at the end, we do a lot of joking, bro.
Yeah,
we do a lot of that. But at the end of the day, bro, this shit is sad. Like
this shit is really fucking wild. and I feel like the worst part is the alumni is really like they're really calling them complainers and shit for this. Yo, think about that, man. If you know anybody in DC area, or if you can find the address online, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna get the address from Ashlee. If you can, bro, just like order some food and like just send it to them. Like at least feed these kids, bro, because apparently the school ain't doing it.
The school ain't doing it, bro. I'm gonna say this, bro. The Psalm 23 Project is donating $1,000 to feeding them.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if y'all know the Psalm 23 Project is my personal organization that I've been working with. But after that interview that we just did, bro, I'm gonna send $1,000 out there. I'm gonna send them some food and some water, bro. This shit's sad as fuck, bro. And we really need to stand with them. Man. You know, all jokes aside, bro. Yeah. You know, you get your jokes off, but at the end of the day, these are kids, bro.
These really kids,
bro. Like this shit pitiful.
Right, man. That's been another episode. We give y'all some real shit sometimes. Y'all gotta take it with the jokes, bro. Like I said, we pro-black. We ain't pro-black comedy. We pro-black. And damn it, these kids' education is pro-black. And this ain't even for the black kids. This for all the kids out there. Like, Hispanic, Asian, white, all y'all. Like, education is important. You spending your money, you deserve fucking quality. But that's it. We out.
And like that, we gone.
Listen, I'm a few 100,000 short of an AP, but no less presidential. Tryna climb me for a drive in a Honda while they pushing a rental.